at the end of the day, we're just helping organizations deploy AI, leverage it with security and safety in mind, with correctness in mind. And what AI has done is it just expanded the set of opportunity for everyone out there, for builders in particular, to just go build solutions.
But if you're not trying it out, if you're not seeing what it's really good at, maybe where it has some limitations, you're gonna miss out on this huge potential that's there.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. I'm currently at Snowflake Build, where I'm now delighted to be joined by Kleinerman, EVP of Product at Snowflake, along with Jeff Hollan, head of Cortex AI Agents. Gentlemen, such a pleasure to sit down with you. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you for having us. Very happy to be here.
Thrilled. This is a huge honor.
Looking forward to diving in. Great to be with both of you right after Snowflake Build, and you just both came off the main stage. Christian, to start with, can you tell us more about the key themes announced this year that are shaping the future of the AI Data Cloud?
Yeah, for sure. At the highest level, of course, we're looking at how do we help organizations leverage the benefits of AI? How do you drive business outcomes, increase productivity, all of that, because it's something we get lost on. Is not AI for the sake of AI. It's AI to improve the business. But the important part of our message is AI in the enterprise is fueled and powered by data. Our commitment as Snowflake is we want to help organizations through the entire life cycle of data, whether it's to capture from a number of sources, whether it's to transform it, or ultimately to drive consumption to every single person in an organization. That's the broad envelope, and we have lots of innovation, lots of announcements, three broad categories, like data and how do we help tear down silos. Another one is tools, because anyone that is building applications, agentic use cases, they want richer, more modern, more intelligent tools. We have a number of announcements there. And of course, there's AI itself, and how do we simplify development of agents, evaluation, and of course, ultimately democratization of insights.
Great overview. Thank you for that, Christian. And there continues to be a lot of industry-wide excitement about agentic AI and its potential to transform industries. For both of you, can you share a couple of specific products unveiled today that you're most excited about and how they'll help both builders and executive alike on their AI journeys? Jeff, why don't we start with you?
The one I get super excited about is Snowflake Intelligence. And why it's so exciting to me is I see these customers, like they have this moment as they start to build and roll this out in their organization of, oh my goodness, these questions that before would just like pop into my head of like, oh, I wonder about this or what's happening there. Now they can just get answers to them right away. For builders, it's exciting because we've really worked hard to make sure that this is a really seamless experience. There's a lot of innovation happening in AI right now, and the building experience is truthfully something you could do with no code. Just add your data, add some prompts, and start to roll this out securely at your organization. And then for consumers, for the business users, they're actually able to just go answer these questions and get insights right away. Now, that's part of a larger AI story as well. We want to make sure these agents are interoperable. So we made some noise around things like MCP, so you can connect these agents to other systems. And interoperability is really a theme that spans across a number of things. So there's things like the open semantic interchange. This is an open standard that we're helping drive to make it so that you can bring these types of semantics to power these applications across applications and solutions, including Snowflake. So there's a lot of things to be excited about in the AI space.
Well said, Jeff. And Christian, from your seat.
Oh, my list is long, so you're going to make me prioritize, which is difficult, but lots of things, lots of innovation. I would say at Snowflake, we're like innovating at maximum pace, setting the agenda on lots of fronts. But okay, a few items. Incredibly excited about the partnership with SAP. Many of our customers have been asking for quite some time on how do I more seamlessly make data from SAP available in my Snowflake account? How do I augment it and join it and correlate it with other enterprise data I have? And we're incredibly excited about the partnership where we're leveraging zero-copy integration with the SAP Business Data Cloud. So that for sure is up there. From a builder perspective, I'm pretty sure you'll relate to how exciting this is. We announced Snowflake Postgres, or we introduced it back in Summit. Now at Build, we're saying this thing is going available to everyone. It's in public preview. And the amount of interest, the amount of excitement that we have from developers is through the roof. So we're very interested to see the response and the adoption. But okay, Snowflake Postgres going to public preview. I would add Snowpark Connect for Apache Spark. for years, and it was Jeff was the driver of this effort. For years, we've had a very robust data pipeline engine. When you take a Spark use case, you move it to Snowpark, it's easily 3 times faster, 30% cheaper than the alternatives with managed Spark services. But we heard lots of comments and feedback on, we don't want to go through a migration process. I would love it to have compatibility with Spark. Well, Spark itself gave us a path to deliver that with the introduction of Spark Connect, which gives for the data frame API, for the SQL API, a way to be API compatible, but relay the implementation to a different engine. So we've done exactly that. Is the Spark API implemented by Snowpark, by that same engine that I said is faster and cheaper, and now we're bringing that to customers generally available as part of Build. I don't know if I can go with more. Do I have time, or do we leave it?
Absolutely have time, CK.
Well, Snowflake Intelligence, I could echo everything that Jeff said. We're incredibly excited about the democratization of insights to everyone in the organization. And at the end of the day, maybe the single other new introduction that we have at Build is Snowflake for interactive workloads. Interactive workloads could be either an application that has end user traffic, you need to be very responsive, or it could be a dashboard or an agent that needs this very low latency response times. And Snowflake for interactive workloads is the combination of two things. One is the introduction of a new warehouse type. We call it interactive warehouses. And the other one is a new table type called interactive tables. And the combination of these two gets the opportunity for builders, for our customers, to have workloads that are very low latency analytics. And we're excited about that. It's in public preview, and it'll go very soon into general availability.
Well, congratulations. It's clearly all happening here this year at Snowflake Build. And I have to say, it sounds like Snowflake Intelligence is going to be a big unlock for your customers around the world. Jeff, can you tell me a little bit more about how Snowflake's customers are using Snowflake Intelligence today, and what are some of the early wins?
The main pattern that we're coming across is users who are struggling. They're saying, like, look, we have all of this data. We know this insight is there. How do we make this more accessible? How do we make this more available? How do we help foster a better data culture in our organization? Maybe break down organizational silos, or just deal with the dynamics that often happens where, again, I think I relate to this very often. I'm looking at a metric, or maybe I have a question. Maybe I'm working on a marketing campaign. Can I just independently get access to that? So some of the use cases and the patterns we see, a lot of stuff around customer experiences. Help me understand what my end customers are doing. What's their customer journey like? Building agents around those types of questions so that you can better track. Hey, I want to know what churn is. I want to help, Fanatics was speaking about how they have their fan graph, and they can, with natural language, just talk to the fan graph and say, oh, who are the fans who have these characteristics and match with those? Just fostering that curiosity and that data culture has been a big one. The other one I would say is there are a lot around go-to-market. So sales, even inside of Snowflake, we have some agents that we use so that if I'm about to go into a meeting with a customer and I want to understand a little bit of what they're doing, well, can Snowflake Intelligence just give me all of the insight that I need at my fingertips? So those are a few patterns that we've seen, but really across industries, anytime that you want to figure out how do we build that data culture, how do we break down those organizational silos, Snowflake Intelligence has turned out to be a really powerful fit for that. So it's been exciting. Like, you can hear it. I get super excited talking and hearing from these customers. They're like, hey, Jeff, we're seeing this. Like, it's actually working, which is really thrilling.
No, I absolutely love it. And I love the passion. Thank you for that, Jeff. And Christian, now let's take a step back and look at the larger macro lens. What impact will today's announcements have on the enterprise as a whole?
And we're incredibly excited because at the end of the day, we're just helping organizations deploy AI, leverage it with security and safety in mind, with correctness in mind. And what AI has done is it just expanded the set of opportunity for everyone out there, for builders in particular, to just go build solutions. If there is some amount of configuration and coding that needs to be done, AI can come and help and simplify all of that. So at the end of the day, it is about deploying AI in the enterprise and get those productivity benefits that we talked at the beginning, which is how do we help every business process become better? And we're doing that by unsiloing data and helping organizations connect data to AI, helping organizations be connected within themselves and with others. And of course, front and center for us is do it in a way that is focused on ease of use and simplicity. That's the story of Snowflake since the early days. And we want everyone focused on how do you build applications, how do you build solutions, and not a lot of the plumbing on how all of this comes together.
Wonderful to hear. It's an exciting next chapter indeed, Christian. And before we wrap, Jeff, from your seat, what advice would you like to give to builders who are creating the future of enterprise AI?
I guess the biggest thing I would recommend is honestly just start using it. AI is such a rapidly evolving space, but if you're not trying it out, if you're not seeing what it's really good at, maybe where it has some limitations, you're going to miss out on this huge potential that's there. So my biggest piece of advice would be try these tools out. They're generally available. We've done a lot of work to make them great. Go learn from yourself. Talk to your business stakeholders. Talk to your customers. Work backwards from there in terms of, hey, what are the things that you would love to have these agents or these AI help provide insights around? Start small and grow from there. We're here to help. We're working as hard as we can to make this a great platform. I'm actively monitoring things like the builder forums. If you go ask a question there, you might see me or someone from the team helping answer. You'll be surprised. You'll have those light bulb moments that I've talked about, but it's not going to start unless you give this thing a shot. Just try it out, start small and grow from there.
Great takeaways. Wonderful to hear how Snowflake is very much powering the way. Gentlemen, thank you again for sitting down with me here this afternoon.
Great to be here, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.